Hello, in this video about the grid bot strategy that we're recording here, just to give you an update of our little shift in direction based off the events that happened in 2022. As you're probably aware, in the crypto world, it was a shit show in 2022, including the end of 2022 seeing the exchange FTX, which you can see here we had a balance back in July. This was unfortunately the last time I took a screenshot of our balance, but when FTX stole our funds, it wasn't exactly this full amount because after July, when Bitcoin had dropped in price, we had actually done a little bit of dollar cost averaging on the way down, and not the full $12,812 was stolen from us, but it was definitely way more than half of our bots just disappeared in that whole big scam that was FTX. So yes, I'm not here to talk about that. We've talked about that in another video, but in order to start to do a bit of work on our mental health, we've actually come up with this strategy of having what we do have left and willing to keep in exchanges work for us in the grid bots, and we've actually been withdrawing. So I just wanted to show you that in the start of 2023, literally from the 17th of January through to the 27th of February, I've actually been making withdrawals, literally our bot profit withdrawals. So the exchange that we use is Binance to be able to turn our crypto back into fiat, and it comes back to us in Australian dollars. So if you actually add this up, it does total 2,622 Australian dollars. If we convert that over here, 2,622 Australian dollars is $17.56 on this day of this recording. So what that equates to, I did a rough calculation earlier, and what it actually equates to is not quite 20% of or what we had stolen from us with the FTX debacle. So it's just interesting. The actual bots have been absolutely killing it in the last month or so. What we were taught inside of the plan with the settings for these grid bots, I've been applying again at the start of this year. So we've got a bot here that's 2 months and 21 days old, so almost 3 months. It actually got started at the end of 2022, and it's produced a very healthy 57% bot profit, so averaging out at 0.68 daily. The other bots here are all newer because a couple of weeks ago we definitely started seeing some pretty massive activity in the altcoin world. So these bots were put on, and they're all doing incredibly well. So what had happened with these withdrawals was, I just sort of had seen a little bit of an increase in some of our value, and the bots had been paying a little bit. So I did take a couple of small withdrawals. Pretty much the first one was just a test to make sure that we could get the money and how long it took to get the money. And it actually comes in the same day using the Binance system with Australian dollars. But you do need to test this and see how long it takes for you from your exchange. So I highly recommend that anybody who has profits sitting in their exchanges, do a test. Don't take 100% of it out. I usually leave about 10 to 15% in the available balance, but take a chunk out and just test and see how long it takes for it to actually come back into your fiat bank account. So we're really happy with Binance with being able to do this. We've done enough tests now to prove that it works, but it's these last couple here from the 19th of February and then the 27th of February. These have been the most amazing profits that the bots have been producing. So yeah, to be able to just go, okay, I've reached the full 5 bots on our account. So at the end of 2022, we decreased our account back down to the middle range with Bitsgap. Having lost so much money, we knew we weren't going to be able to put on more than 5 bots. And yeah, I'm happy to have this chunk be what is our working capital, and whatever it makes, and it makes money on a daily basis. I'm literally looking at it, and I think that transaction there is it's only like 8 days between the two of them because the profits had been so good in that particular stage. So yeah, I just keep an eye on it, and as the profits come out, making the decision to withdraw. So if this remains on track, then having lost, like I said, it wasn't this full amount. It was probably about $3,000 less than that we actually lost with FTX. But I'm kind of saying that, well, if we keep going, if this working capital in these bots keep working, then it should only take about 6 months or so to be able to recoup what was stolen from the FTX side of things. So that feels good. It is good for the mental health, 100%. The bots do work. The profits have been great. If you look at these average daily wiggles, they are quite insane. Don't expect to have that all the time. We did have a really busy, couple of weeks there in February, and yeah, it'd be nice to see if it continues, but who knows. And just to let you know, these are all bottom feeder settings, or just about, like thereabouts. We've got enough experience under our belt now to play around with our own settings as well. But yeah, the basis is that they're higher profits when you use the bottom feeder settings if you are a student of the plan. So I hope that helps you with understanding, another way of looking at perhaps recouping if you had any losses from 2022. Have your working capital, set an amount that you're happy with. For us, it's 5 bots, and we're not looking at increasing our bot account probably for quite a long time until the market really comes back into a bull market and we feel to put more money into crypto. So right now our decision is to withdraw these profits, and it wasn't for the first sort of 14 or 15 months. It was all about reinvesting and losing a lot, as well as having funds stolen. But yeah, for us right now, to get back on track, we are definitely having a limited amount of working capital. We do have a majority of our crypto safe on a cold wallet, a physical hard wallet that is outside of any exchange. So we own the keys, we own the crypto. But this is what we are happy to, risk, quote unquote, by running them through exchanges to have it be working capital. And so far, it's recouped a decent amount just in a 6-week period. And, if all goes to plan, it'll keep running and we will feel better about our investments in future as well. So yeah, we personally don't believe that crypto is going anywhere. We expect in the next 18 months or so to have another bull run coming back. But again, these bots are not about, having a market increase. It's about, the wiggle that goes along the way. So a lot of these are just doing a lot of sideways actions. This one in particular was a long-standing one. You can see it actually had cruised along, not doing a hell of a lot, but it kept wiggling and we kept making profits all the way along. And then of course there was a big jump up and increase there as well, which did increase the profits. But yeah, it was just happily running along there for like 2 months before this little burst of activity happened up here. So if you're interested in getting back on the horse with what you've learned inside the plan, I'm assuming if you're a plan student, you're watching this. And if you feel like you're looking for some communication and a community of bot buddies, then that's what we actually host. We're pretty much the only people, I think, that are still talking to our bot buddies every single week. And yeah, we'd love to be able to help you out if you are requiring, a little bit of guidance or a little bit of extra boost of confidence and getting back on the horse, because it does work. And hopefully seeing these withdrawals is sort of a nice incentive for you to get back in and, just have a really strong strategy of how much is in the working capital and how much it is that you want to look at sort of parking away on the side. But more than anything, using Bitscap if you've still got the account with them, and, making the most of this great wiggle activity that is happening. So reach out to us if you join the plan, without knowing about who we are in the past. We do actually have a private community that we can certainly let you know the costs of and what's involved, and just know that it's very inexpensive. Okay. But you get a lot out of it, and, I'm sure it'll definitely pay for itself if you actually get back in and take action with these grid bots. So thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in another video, hopefully not too far away now that we've finished doing some travels around the world. I'm coming to you live from Italy at the moment. We're doing a house sit here in Italy, but we did have a month in Australia visiting family for the first time in 4 years. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you want to see our videos talking about the bots and different strategies. So thanks for watching, and look forward to seeing you again soon.